The secret experiments. In the 18th, forensic medicine and anatomical research were still in their infancy. Physicians seeking answers to medical mysteries often resorted to extreme measures. Bodies were occasionally procured illegally from graveyards, and the museum's basement became a hub for macabre and ethically questionable experiments. Whispers of experiments that push beyond the boundaries of science and even into the supernatural circulated among the museum staff. Night guards claimed that they could hear faint cries or groans echoing from the basement during the night, leading many to abandon their post after dark. Strange happenings. Visitors to the museum have reported strange sensations while exploring its dimly lit sections. Some described feeling an unexplainable pressure on their chest, while others heard faint murmurs coming from locked rooms. One of the most infamous incidents involved a man who became transfixed by a human skull displayed in a glass case. He saw the skull was watching him, its empty sockets following his every move. Days later, the man was found dead under mysterious circumstances in his apartment, with no discernible cause of death. Haunted artifacts. The museum houses several items believed to be haunted, each with its own terrifying story. Among these is a 19th century surgical chair, allegedly used by a deranged doctor who performed experimental surgeries on living patients. Visitors who approach the chair often report feeling an icy chill or hearing faint whispers as if the echoes of past suffering still linger. The forbidden basement. All top parts of the museum are open to the public today. The basement remains strictly off limits. Rumors suggest that it is brimming with negative energy and restless spirits, trapped as a result of the inhuman experiments conducted there. Paranormal investigators have repeatedly requested access to the basement, but the museum's management has consistently denied them entry, foiling even more speculation. The Red Room Museum in the Philippines. A room you should never enter in the Philippines. There is a lesser-known museum called the Diplomatic Museum, famous for its rare artifacts and eerie legends. Originally built as a mansion for Spanish-era aristocrats, it later became infamous for the dark history and the mysterious Red Room, which has terrified visitors for decades. The dark history of museum. The museum was converted from a diplomatic residence in the 1920s. During the earlier years, rumors spread of servants disappearing and terrifying screams echoing throughout the night. It's believed that during the Spanish colonial period, the building was used as a secret prison where captives were tortured and killed. The name Red Room supposedly comes from the bloodstains that once covered the walls of this haunted space. The legend of Red Room. The Red Room is located on the museum's second floor and remains locked most of the time. Staff claim the room harbors sinister energy that affects anyone who steps inside. Some nighttime tours include visits to the Red Room, but many visitors report feeling dizzy, nauseous, or even experiencing hallucinations after entering. One of the most chilling stories involves a 23-year-old woman named Clara, who visited the museum in 2012. She claimed to hear whispers calling her name as she entered the Red Room. After returning home, Clara suffered from recurring nightmares and tragically passed away from a nervous breakdown just weeks later. Unexplainable phenomena. Moving objects. Visitors have reported seeing statues and artifacts moving on their own. Eerie sounds, footsteps, whispers, and even screams have been heard emanating from the Red Room, even when it's empty. Strange photos. Some visitors have captured mysterious faces or shadows in their photos taken inside the Red Room. Dolls Island and the Haunted Museum located on Xochimilco canals in Mexico. There is a small eerie island covered with thousands of creepy, decaying dolls. The story behind this place is tied to its founder, Don Julian Santana Barrera, the Dark Beginning. Julian moved to this island in the 1950s, seeking a quiet life. However, one day he discovered the body of a young girl floating in the canal near the island. Shocked by this discovery, he began hearing cries and voices in the night that he believed were the spirit of the girl asking for a gift to calm her restless soul. As a result, Julian found a doll floating in the canal and hung it on a tree as an offering, but it seemed that this wasn't enough and he began collecting more and more dolls. Convinced that the spirits need more to be appeared, the Doll Museum, where fear is real. Over the years, Julian collected over 1,000 dolls from various places and hung them all around the island. Many of these dolls were broken, with missing limbs or faces, and over time, the dolls weathered in the elements, giving them an even more terrifying appearances. Visitors have reported feeling like the dolls' empty eyes follow them, and some even say they hear whispers or voices coming from the dolls. The mysterious death of Julian. Years later, Julian's body was found in the very canal where the young girl had drowned. Locals believe that her spirit took him as well, completing the grim cycle. Rumors and unexplained occurrences today. The island is a museum and visitors can view these creepy dolls up close. Many tourists claim to hear whispers, laughter or crying from the dolls, while some even say they've seen the dolls' eyes move or witnessed them changing position.